are underway for the 2011 Pacific Summer Music Festival. It's a special festival. Kickoff concert will be held on June 12th, with a finale concert to be held the following weekend. And here to tell us more about the upcoming musical events are Dr. Lisa Luter and Carl Cepeda. Thanks so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, Mindy.
Now tell us about this exciting event, Pacific Summer Music Festival 2011. Dr. Luter?
Well, this is our 7th festival, and we always feel that we're very, very honored to have our guest, Dr. Weston Noble. Weston is the most famous choral conductor in the United States, and he's now in his 80s. And so we're just amazed that he's still such a brilliant conductor and will come all the way out to Guam. And of course, the festival unites people from all over Island who love to make music. Students as young as 6th grade can participate. We have 3 choirs, a student choir, which we call the Festival Choir, that has about 6th grade up until even the early years of college, but mainly it's kind of a junior high and high school choir. Then we have the Cantate Community Choir, which is open to anyone, although it's mostly an adult choir. I think we have some people from UOG. And then we have a chamber group, which is sort of a smaller, more select group for people who read music really well and want a little bit more challenge. Also, Guam Territorial Band plays in our finale concert, and the Pacific Rim Youth Orchestra. So, and lastly, we have a guest pianist, a very successful pianist named Frank Pavese, who's played all through Europe, and he's coming out to play as well.
Wow, sounds exciting. Lots of music. What can people expect for the kickoff concert? Maybe you want to talk about that, Carl?
Sure, not a problem. The kickoff concert actually features our guest pianist, Frank Pavese. And actually, the day before the kickoff concert, we also have piano master classes for piano students around the island who want to work with someone other than their teachers. It's nice to get a different variety of instruction, as well as getting new ideas from other people. So that's June 11th at 10 a.m. at St. John's. They get to work with him. It's $20 to participate with him, and he's looking for intermediate to advanced students. And with that $20, not only do you get a master class with Pavese, you actually get 2 tickets to the kickoff concert. And if you aren't necessarily the best pianist and want to watch and learn from that way, it's $10, which comes with 1 free ticket to the kickoff concert to see the man you've just worked with play in concert, as well as our visiting choir, which Lisa is bringing in from Ramapo, New Jersey, the Ramapo Singers from Ramapo College of New York. And that concert features our visiting artists as a kickoff before we get everyone on Guam all together.
Wow, it sounds amazing. Now, what kind of music can people expect to hear? I'm assuming most of it would be classical.
Oh, actually, there's a
great range.
huge variety. The kickoff concert, where my Ramapo singers perform, they're doing a concert all on film music.
Wow.
So everything from Disney to Star Wars and beyond. We're doing Jai Ho from Slumdog Millionaire. I mean, we performed this concert this spring, and I think it was our most successful ever because everybody loves film music. So that's definitely a light concert. And in that one, too, Cantate alums from as far back as 13 years ago are sitting in or singing in with Cantate for a set from some of their favorites. So on 2 different sides of the globe, they've been learning the set of music, and then we'll put them together.
Wow.
So the kickoff is on the light side, definitely. And as Carl mentioned, Frank Pavese will be playing Samuel Barber, Hector Villa-Lobos, and Chopin.
Yeah, and we're actually very grateful to Townhouse Furniture. They're bringing in a piano. They're lending us a piano for Mr. Pavese to play. So we're trying to find the best instrument for a high-caliber musician to play featuring that concert.
The best for the best, right?
We do the best we can.
Now, let's talk also about the finale. This is going to be huge.
Yes.
Not only are we talking about everybody that's participating in the kickoff concert, but we're talking about a huge finale the following weekend, June 19th, I believe.
Yeah, which is, I believe it's Father's Day as well.
Yes, so tell us about that.
Bring your dad.
Bring your dad.
Bring your dad here.
Bring your mom, too.
Bring everybody, but you get a good way to celebrate Father's Day. But tell us a little bit about the finale concert and just the highlights of that. I know the guest conductor, Mr. Weston Noble, will be directing that.
Everybody gets a chance to show their stuff at the finale concert. You know, Guam Territorial Band, Pacific Rim, Frank, Ramapo singers, but the big feature, the bulk of the concert is definitely choral music, and all three of those groups are playing the student choir. And there I would say the variety of music is a little more classical, but not so much. I mean, there's some gospel, spirituals, really a wide range of music.
Folk hymns like Shenandoah.
Folk hymns, like, yeah, the great American folk song Shenandoah. Definitely spiritual music, which is something that Weston Noble's very, very famous for being an interpreter. He's an incredibly spiritual man, but that doesn't mean he's also not fun.
Right.
I think for those of us who love music, I think that the concert is great, but it's the rehearsals, making music with each other under the, the guidance of somebody as great as Weston is an awful lot of fun. So rather than just sounding like we're promoting the concerts, we really want to emphasize that people can still join in.
Definitely.
And I was just going to ask you about that. It's not too late for people who say, hey, man, this sounds like a great opportunity. Yeah. How can people get involved?
Well, they can contact us, Cantate Guam, on Facebook. I know everyone's in social media. We were talking earlier about linking different things. But on June 5th, Sunday, they can come to St. John's for a rehearsal at 7 o'clock.
And then the adult choir.
That's the adult choir. Mm-hmm. And if they can't make that, they can still come on June 9th, our Thursday, which is generally Cantate's regular meeting time from 7 to 9. And if they still can't make that, they can make the following Monday, and that's when we rehearse 4 days a week right before the kickoff concert. For the student choir, our rehearsals haven't begun yet. They can come in on June 13th, which is a Monday. Mm-hmm. The rehearsals start at 3. They go from 3 to 4:30 p.m. They get their rides, come on down, and work with such wonderful, wonderful musicians. And those rehearsals are 4 days a week until the finale concert. So it's the 13th through the 19th if you're in the festival choir. And if you want to join Cantate Community or even the chamber singers, then you can come in Sunday or Thursday this coming week, and we'd love to have you there.
Well, even if you can't come until when Weston Noble begins rehearsing a week from Monday, you don't have to miss out.
Yeah.
All right.
There are a couple fees, just so that we can, bring our guests in. Sure. and help them out and give back for all that they give to us. So for students in the student course or even in the adult course, it's $20 for the whole thing. And for adults, it's $30, and then you get all these wonderful rehearsals, get to keep your music, and enjoy the concert as well.
For a chance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Any last thoughts from either?
Well, actually, we did want to thank, with such a huge event, we do have a lot of people that give so much to us, and we want to thank, especially PIC is hosting our guest artists. We have rent-a-cars from Nissan and Avis. Also, ticket venues for these concerts, which will be available, are Mariana's Electronics, Faith Bookstore, and Shimbros Music. All our ads, our generous donations come from PD Mayor's office, Cup and Saucer, Heaven Sent, Jamaican Grill. Because we're bringing out people from the States, we want them to see the island as well. So it's not all rehearsal. We are taking them out to see the wonders that Guam has to offer.
Ramapo is seeing everything. I think Cocos Island and Two Lovers and Chamorro Village, and so they will go back talking about how wonderful Guam was. I brought a group 2 years ago, and it really is a testimony to the wonderful culture of Guam as well as its beauty, that my students went 2 years and they wanted to come back immediately. And last year I said, no, we can't just go to the same place. So we went to Costa Rica last year, and the previous time to Europe. but they just love Guam. Like, Guam is famous now in New Jersey.
Well, that's awesome. Sharing music and sharing culture. What better way?
Yeah.
Well, thank you both for coming in. We wish you all the best with the upcoming concerts. Again, the Pacific Summer Music Festival will be held on June 12th at St. John's Church, while the finale concert with guest conductor Weston Noble will be held Sunday, June 19th at the St. Jude Church in Sonoma. Tickets can be purchased at Mariana's Electronics, Faith Bookstore, Shimbro's, and at the door. Stay with us. There's more to come when Weekend Edition returns.